Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you behind the scenes on how I made this beautiful classic wedding cake, because if you just follow these simple steps, then I know you can crush your next cake, whether it's a wedding cake or birthday cake. So the biggest thing that I recommend is to always have a bigger board that is bigger than your bottom tier. And so for this cake, it was going to be a 6-inch, 8-inch tiered cake. So what that means is the 8-inch is on the bottom and then the 6-inch is on the top. I did fill my cakes with my homemade strawberry filling, and so I had my combination of my buttercream and my strawberry filling for that, and so it's so delicious. And my biggest recommendation when you are doing anything other than like a buttercream or a firm frosting for a filling, to use that refrigerator, because my frosting will actually set in the fridge. And so right here is where I was just piping on the border, and then I put my filling in, and then I placed it in the fridge. And so if you're wondering why it looks a little more firm, that is why. So that's why it will just stay into place, and it works every single time. Sometimes the filling will seep out just a little bit, like you see right there, but it's truly an easy fix, and I actually have a tutorial on that if you are interested. And so once I had my cakes refrigerated for an hour, I was able to put the final coat of buttercream on. And so the biggest trick with this design is you do need to make sure that your sides are completely straight. But then I took my offset spatula and I had it sit in hot water, so that way when I ran it across my buttercream, it would create that design and it would smooth it out along the way. And so my biggest tip with this is to give yourself some time, have some patience, because truthfully, it does take a lot longer than you would expect. But I promise, if you are just taking your time and you are doing it with the hot water trick, it works every single time. And I absolutely love this design. So I did this again while my final coat of frosting was not firm yet. So I put the final coat of frosting on, I did my little swirly designs, then I put it in the fridge, and then I came back to it later in the evening so that I could cut off the tops, and then my cakes were also ready to stack. And as you can see, my buttercream is stable enough where I can just do my little topsy-turvy trick. And then again, I take my little offset spatula trick with the hot water, just kind of like smooth it out as much as I can, especially if I have any missed spots. But then I piped on my border, and then when I arrived at the wedding, I placed on the fresh florals, and so it was absolutely beautiful. And so I hope this helps you on your next cake.